Not sure where this came from, but someone randomly mentioned all for one versus one for all in regards to Blackbeard and Luffy. And I skipped past it, didn't really think about it. Then I was like, hold on a second. And you know, not saying Oda stole this idea.
Are you sure about that?
I guess I am saying that, but let's go through it. For people that don't read My Hero Academia, this is in reference to quirks, right? And there are two individuals in the story. They have certain quirks. There's a quirk called All for One and a quirk called One for All. Now, the person that has the All for One quirk, they can acquire new abilities or take abilities from other people. The person that has the One for All quirk, they have an accumulative type of ability where over time, as is passed down, if a person had an ability before that, it could be passed down to the next person as well once the quirk reaches a certain point. In One Piece, we have two characters. We have Luffy and we have Blackbeard. Luffy, he currently has the Gomu Gomu no Mi, or I guess he has a mythical zone, the Hito, Maro, Nika. You get the point. And Blackbeard, as we know right now, has the Yami Yami no Mi, and he has the Gura Gura no Mi, Earthquake and Darkness. So as of right now, both Luffy and Blackbeard, they have two powers. Where are you going with this, Brago? Well, when you think of All for One and One for All, I think it explains Blackbeard and Luffy perfectly. For Luffy and Blackbeard, Oda has set them up as parallels. They're opposites almost, but the same with certain things. I think Jaya exemplifies this perfectly, where they both ate the cherry pie, but Blackbeard said it was so good he could die. Luffy said it was so bad that he could die. Then Luffy loved the soda and Blackbeard hated the soda, right? So Oda is setting them up in that way. But people talk about Blackbeard just having the parallels of three, where no matter what, Blackbeard is going to have three things. But Oda set up Luffy with three as well. Guys, when Luffy said he was going to defeat all the Yonko, how many fingers did he hold up? Three. When we talk about the monsters and the Straw Hats, what are we referencing? Three. When we look at the button on Luffy's shirt, when he meets Blackbeard, how many buttons do you see? I rest my case. Okay, I'm joking. I'm joking with that. People don't run with that. I don't think that's serious. But hey, we might be onto something. Because when Luffy's gonna go on a time skip, what did he say? 3D 2Y. All right, enough of this. Either way, they are literally opposites. Because again, not just in their personalities, but how they go about things. Oh gosh, something just popped in my head as well. How much is Luffy's bounty right now? 3 bill. Guys, we may be onto something here. Either way, how they go about things, Blackbeard is all about shortcuts, right? And people discount Blackbeard, but he's very methodical, very meticulous as well, but he also thrives off of fate. When he was in Impel Down, he mentioned how lucky he was, and fate pretty much got him there. And if it wasn't up to fate, he would have given up his journey because he couldn't find the Yami Yami no Mi. That was very important for his journey. But back to the specific topic, All for One and One for All. If we continue this narrative, this route, right? Let's start with All for One, which would represent Blackbeard, the person who can acquire multiple powers. For Blackbeard, his thinking is that all this power belongs to me. So I'm going to acquire power so I can become stronger, having multiple devil fruits. When we talk about One for All with Luffy, Luffy is acquiring power to help everyone else. Luffy doesn't really care about power or strength, but it's necessary to aid others. He never said he was a hero, that's not his purpose, but helping people in Luffy's mind doesn't necessarily make you a hero. If I can help people, but if my name isn't attached to it, I'm not a hero. Weird, crazy logic, but that's how Luffy justifies things. So you see how crazy it is with the All for One and One for All, just how they operate? Whereas I'm getting all this power to help others, and Blackbeard, I'm getting all this power to help me. All this is going to come to a forefront at some point when they meet again, but there is even a level of respect for each other. Of course, Luffy was upset when he saw Blackbeard again because Blackbeard did beat his brother and turn him over to the world government, and he had him in that situation. But I think knowing Blackbeard's nature and just how he killed a crewmate, he respected Luffy's dreams, and even after Bellamy was laughing at him, he told him a man's dream never dies. So Blackbeard is a dreamer just like Luffy is. And it's weird that we're saying Blackbeard is a dreamer because Blackbeard does not sleep. So Blackbeard essentially is dreaming with his eyes wide open. So basically, the reason for Blackbeard's shortcuts is because, hey, I can't sleep anyway, so I'm going to make my dreams come true because my dreams only exist in real life. This is a weird quote, but to quote Drake, he said, "I got your dream girl riding in your dream car. The things that you dream about, I'm making happen." And that's what Blackbeard is doing. The things that you literally dream about, right? I'm sure people have thought about 2 devil fruits before, but like, no, that's taboo. He's making it happen. And even the process of acquiring crewmates, Blackbeard, he just basically went to Impel Down and say, hey, fight for it. And you can join my crew. For Luffy, he's gone through this long journey and picked up crewmates along the way that resonated with him or just were made of bones. Yeah, it's called a joke. It seems like throughout history in the One Piece world, this is just something that happens, that there are always 2 characters that are the antithesis of each other. Back then, of course, we had Roger and Zebek. I predict that back then with Emu, his opposition was Joy Boy. And today we have Luffy and Blackbeard. And that's prominent in any story or even in life. It is a yin and a yang, a push and a pull, a cause and effect. And so with any strong force, there's going to be strong opposition. That's just the balance of life. And that's how a lot of people view life. That's why people talk about karma and all this different stuff, because no matter what, life has to balance out, almost like equivalent exchange in Full Metal Alchemist, but explained in a different way. The whole point of this is that Blackbeard and Luffy, they're destined to meet. That's their fate. And that can honestly tie into their clan because they're both D clan members. Both Zebek and Roger were D clan members. It would not surprise me if Joy Boy and Im were both D clan members. It is something that's prominent throughout history where, I don't want to say the Senju and Uchiha, but it's just in this instance, they're members from the same family, but they just have different beliefs and different ways of going about things. And I think that could tie into the Void Century and the ancient history, the ancient kingdom, that you have 2 families, somewhat like in Naruto with the Hyuga, where you had Neji and Hinata. But for the D clan, they operate in different ways. You had people who believed in the long journey. You had people who believed in shortcuts, getting things the quick way. Where for one part of the D clan, they believed in just enjoying the adventure while being free. And of course, at this point, one would assume Blackbeard's side of the coin, they won. So guys, the Luffy and Blackbeard matchup is inevitable. I'm going to predict that it happens in the Pirate Island's Beehive, Blackbeard's Island, just based on the sequence of events and how Oda's laying them out a bit in the Road to Laugh-Tale, or at least Oda's team. But yeah, give me your thoughts, guys. Make sure to like the video if you did. Tell me what you think about Blackbeard representing One for All and All for One, and how they could possibly correlate to the future. And what do you think about the 2 D clan members, right? And just the difference of opinion leading to a war that's changed the course of time. Right? It's crazy. But again, give me your thoughts. Make sure to like the video if you did. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Follow me on Twitter at BragoDAce. Follow me on Instagram at BragoD.Ace. Thank you to my patrons. I appreciate you guys all so much. Again, guys, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
I start doubting me, I felt lost. I rewrite